Jim Bowden. He is a former general manager. I believe he was the general manager for the Reds at one point, and he's now like a reporter, an insider, and he writes for The Athletic as well. And yesterday he released his top 25 MLB free agent list, assuming like guys opt out. So like Rizzo was in there, assuming he opts out, DeGrom. Um, and so his top 25, and then he made, I think, a prediction on what he would get or what that player would get in the free agent market. And one of those players was Andrew Benintendi. He he's a left fielder, so you think that's a fit, right? Profar leaves, or he opts out, or if he doesn't go into that player option, if he declines the player option, then yeah, they need a left fielder. So Benintendi would be a fit for the Padres. He did list the Padres as a fit. But what I didn't really understand was he said that, or he thinks that Benintendi will get 5 years, $85 million on the free agent market. $15 million a year, 5 years. Benintendi, I believe, is 29 years old. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's what it is. 29 years old. He hit 5 home runs in 126 games in 2022. Now, Jim Bowden, he might end up being right that Benintendi gets $75 million from some team. But the Padres, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm obviously going to get into free agents and stuff when the offseason really gets going, when this World Series is over. But, I mean, just briefly here, for a guy that hit less home runs than Profar did in 2022, I mean, Profar hit 10 more home runs than Benintendi did. And remember that rumor that I talked about a couple days ago with Profar? There was someone that predicted Profar would get, Keith Law, I think, predicted Profar would get $15 to $18 million a year. Well, if Benintendi's getting $15 million a year, I'll just keep Profar. Like, he's comfortable here. We know what he's going to give the Padres. I'll just keep him here. He can switch hit. Like, I'd rather have Profar than Benintendi, to be honest. If we're giving $15 million a year to them, and I don't have to give Profar 5 years. I wouldn't even give Benintendi 5 years. Like, I expect him to consistently produce for 5 years. I don't know if I want to do that. There's more pressing needs than to give 5 years to a left fielder, right? I think giving 3 years, okay. There's other left fielders out there. David Peralta, just to name a few here, obviously on the trade market too. But Peralta, Jock Peterson, maybe he's more of a DH guy, but he could play the outfield a little bit. Or maybe they just move Soto to left and have Tatis go to right, and you have Grisham in center, right? Like, there's a ton of options that are probably better than 5 years, $75 million for Andrew Benintendi.